The truth about 1.1 banners will surprise you. Version 1.1 of Neverness to Everness launches on June 3rd, and we now have something most content creators do not. Real data from Chinese servers where the patch has been live for a few days. CN players have actually played these characters, tested teams, and shared honest feedback. In this video, we are using that data to tell you exactly who to pull and who to skip. And at the end, I have a hard truth about 1.1 that most people are not fully acknowledging. Let's get into it. This channel is all about staying ahead of the curve with NTE leaks, updates, patch breakdowns, and pull planning. If you want to see what's coming before it becomes official, make sure to subscribe and turn on notifications. Quick patch structure first. Version 1.1 launches globally June 3rd, right after the current Hotori banner ends. Phase 1 is called Fading Reverie and features Lacrimosa, Chaos Element S rank, longer banner window. Phase 2 is called Forsaken Path and features Chaos the character, Lakshana Element S rank, shorter window starting mid to late June. The patch also brings Sunward Island as a new exploration area, new events, the Porsche collaboration, Beyond the Rails updates, and quality of life improvements. Free pull income across the patch for F2P players comes from daily activities, event completions, login rewards, and Porsche collab milestones. Pity carries over between limited banners, so nothing you build goes to waste. Lacrimosa, Phase 1. This is the character with actual CN data behind her, and the picture is positive. She is a Chaos Element, main DPS, and flexible sub-DPS built around Nightmare stacks, a damage over time system where she applies Nightmare debuffs that deal continuous Chaos damage and can be detonated for burst payoff. She is a sustained damage character who rewards staying in fights and letting stacks accumulate. She also has significant utility, a bat transformation for out-of-combat flight, enemy skill copying mechanics that let her adapt to different fight scenarios, and self-sustain through damage absorption converting to healing. She covers both AoE and single target reasonably well. From CN performance data, the consensus is solid. She performs well in boss fights and endgame content where sustained pressure matters. She is one of the first dedicated Chaos main DPS options in the game, and she fills a genuine gap. If you have Daffodil as a support, she pairs exceptionally well. Daffodil's shield break and Discord procs create strong Chaos reaction synergy that amplifies Lacrimosa's sustained output significantly. Team building around Lacrimosa with Daffodil, Sakiri, and Haniel creates a second team with real endgame viability. CN players describe her as reliable, fun, and not meta-defining, but definitely high value for account growth. The recurring phrase in player feedback is hard to skip if you lack Chaos coverage. Her dupes are notably impactful, so if you are going to invest, going beyond E0 has meaningful returns. Investment recommendation: E0 plus Signature Arc is the ideal stopping point for most players. The signature weapon specifically amplifies her Nightmare mechanic in ways that make the investment feel justified. And if you want to save money on her banner, Enjoy GM offers up to 23% off on first-time purchases. New users also get an extra 8% coupon, so after stacking both discounts, the 6,480 package drops to around $80. Note that the actual discounted price may vary by region. The process is very simple. First, enter your in-game email and password for top-up verification only. Your login info isn't stored or used to access your account. Then just pick your server, pay, and the recharge arrives almost instantly. Plus, you still keep all first-time top-up bonuses and monthly card benefits. If you want to stay extra cautious, you can change your password after the top-up. Enjoy GM is PCIDSS certified and has many positive Trustpilot reviews, so it's considered safe and trusted by many players. So check out Enjoy GM with my link below. Chaos the character, Phase 2. And this is where honesty matters, because the data situation is different. CN Phase 2 feedback is still early. The banner window is shorter and the character is more recent, which means we have less data to work from compared to Lacrimosa. What we do have is preview feedback, kit analysis, and early impressions from CN players who accessed him. His kit is a Lakshana Element aggressive main DPS with fog and hound summon mechanics, teleport anchors, and a resource system called Crime Charge that builds toward powered up burst states. He has good exploration utility through the fog and dimensional mechanics. His combat identity is high pressure, aggressive, and positionally dynamic. The honest CN Red is mixed to cautiously positive. He is described as decent but situational. Lakshana as an element is currently underdeveloped. There are fewer supports and reaction partners designed specifically around it compared to Chaos or Anima. That means pulling him now is partially a long-term investment in an element that has not yet fully matured. Some CN content creators are explicitly calling him a potential trap for F2P players who are budget conscious. Not because he is bad, but because the immediate account value is lower than Lacrimosa. The case for pulling him is clear if you specifically love his design and story. He is tied to the ETD 6th squad with heavy narrative investment. Or if you already have strong chaos element coverage and want Lakshana variety. The case against is that for most accounts the immediate return is lower and the banner being shorter adds timing pressure that can lead to impulsive spending. Team context. Most active players who completed 1.0 have both Nanally and Hotori. If that describes you, this changes everything about how you should think about 1.1. Nanally and Hotori form one of the strongest core teams in the game. Nanally is a top-tier consistent DPS with follow-up mechanics. Hotori is an exceptional burst enabler with time-stop mechanics, skill recasts, and blossom reaction synergy. That duo, paired with good supports like Juyuan, Sakiri, and Zero, is clearing most endgame content comfortably. With that foundation, Lacrimosa does not make your main team stronger. What she does is enable a second team, a Chaos and Discord reaction-focused team with Lacrimosa as the carry, Daffodil as the enabler, and utility supports alongside creates genuine dual team viability for content that requires multiple compositions. That is her value proposition for established accounts, expanding what you can field rather than upgrading what you already have. Chaos, the character, adds even more niche value in this scenario. Lakshana remains underdeveloped and he does not immediately slot into your existing strong compositions. He is a longer-term element investment. For vertical investment, if you already have Nanally and Hotori, dupes on those characters have strong returns. A higher constellation Nanally or Hotori significantly outperforms pulling a new character you do not immediately need. The decision framework. Here is a quick checklist. Pull Lacrimosa if you want a strong second team, you have Daffodil, you enjoy DOT and sustained playstyles, you want chaos element coverage, and you have pulls to spare after covering your main team needs. Pull Chaos if you specifically love his design and story, you want to build a Lakshana team long term, and you are okay with lower immediate returns. Consider skipping both or going light if your main team is already clearing everything comfortably, you are F2P or a light spender with limited pulls and you want to save aggressively for future banners. Now the hard truth, and this is something I think needs to be said directly, version 1.1 is a transitional patch. It is not where the major power investments are. The biggest pulls of the game's early life were in 1.0 with Nanally and Hotori. And based on everything we know from leaks, the next major investment window is version 1.2. In 1.2, Shinku arrives as the Phase 1 headliner. Shinku is a Cosmos element, main DPS with dual form mechanics, frenzy state transformations, aerial combat, fury stacking, explosive AoE finishers, and built-in team energy support. The community consensus from leaks and early CN discussion is that Shinku has a higher damage ceiling than Nanally in burst scenarios and more modern mechanical depth. That is a significant statement. Players are already calling her the next major save target after securing the 1.0 foundation. Phase 2 of 1.2 brings Iroi with sustained healing and team utility that complements Shinku naturally. For F2P and low spender players with Nanally and Hotori already secured, going light on 1.1 or skipping entirely to save for 1.2 is not just acceptable, it might be the optimal strategy. The resources you save now compound into better positioning for Shinku's banner and potentially going beyond E0 on her, which matters significantly for her kit's ceiling. Final summary. Pull Lacrimosa if you need a second team and have the resources. Consider Chaos only if Lakshana specifically appeals to you. If your roster is already strong and your budget is limited, 1.1 is skippable and saving for 1.2 is the smart play. The game is not going anywhere. Shinku is coming. Position yourself for that. Drop a comment with your current roster, who you have built and what teams you are running, and I will give you a more specific recommendation for your account. Subscribe so you do not miss the 1.2 breakdown when more information drops. Leave a like if this was honest and useful. Thanks for watching. See you in the next one.